It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got two teams who have both brought Baltimore a Super Bowl. It's the Colts and the Ravens under the lights on Sunday night.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Check, Bobcat. Go.
Back to Taylor on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
They'll run on first down. Goodson. They find some open field here. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go. Ready.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. This is 2nd and 8.
Ready. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Check mash. Check mash.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Richardson looking to throw this.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This is caught. Touchdown! Jelani Woods from 4 yards out. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And a Jelani Woods touchdown catch capped things off. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Hill trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson now. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. DJ Jones He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Come on, come on. Hey, three.
Now Richardson back to throw it. That complete to Downs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go now.
Now it's Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you
Automatic
argue your
first
case
down.
with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. Ready.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Third, down. Let's go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's
Still
face
first
it,
down.
he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Here we go. Check. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Here we go. Go check.
Here's Richardson to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0.
Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready? Hey, check that. Street. Ready, go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Lion. Ready.
Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He'll let one go deep for Downs.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Batting that one away in coverage, that was Kyle Hamilton.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Ready. You are X. Go.
They begin the drive with Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
And it's 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
No, we changed it. Hey, sit on! Sit on!
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Again, Jackson. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Looking to throw. They shakes, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun.
Looking deep here for Flowers.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now. Check smash. Check smash.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Richardson.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
2, 3.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Richardson.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
Back to throw. Richardson.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. Go, Reed, go. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Adonai Mitchell.
In the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle.
Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Michael Penix, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Sam Darnold, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
To throw is Jackson.
This is caught by McMillan.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Jackson, options out left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
He finds Bateman over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be fourth down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
Ready? Go, check. Go, check. Ready, ready?
The drive will start with an option going left. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 33, here's second down and 5.
Ready? Check, 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 check.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hey, check that. Street.
Richardson to throw off play action. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Ball on the 8, second and 2. Up the middle, it's Hill. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Jackson. Escaping. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
Let's go, Big Lion. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Check up.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business, we know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there. To go for, I get it if it's late 4th quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more than a gut feeling there. Had to be just total confidence they would pick it up.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Report!
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 42 yards. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
QB sneak, Richardson.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard.
And he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Check pass. Check pass.
The option to give to Taylor here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
On third down, here's Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So after the fourth down conversion, now first and 10 inside the 25.
Up the middle they go. Goodson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell.
And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
QB sneak, Richardson.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. What a drive this is turning out to be. That is 4 fourth down conversions.
So give them credit for being aggressive and going after it. But on the flip side, how do you not find a way to stop one of those attempts? That means they're not playing with confidence on that side of the ball.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Tyler Goodson
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Now it's Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
You got to make a move. You got to make it happen.
Jackson. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill.
Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Ready.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Indianapolis, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.